Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Train Man, and welcome back to the weekly timetable for the week of the Ides of March, March 15th, 2015. It has been, I read this earlier today, like 2059 years since Julius Caesar was assassinated today. So, we've got some history. We've got a whole weekend. We had Friday the 13th, followed by Pi Day, followed by the Ides of March, and in 2 days it'll be St. Patrick's Day. This has been a jam-packed series of days with things you could theoretically celebrate. Or be afraid of, depending on how you look at them. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely scared of pi. Kidding, of course. But to start off the week, we had Minecraft Mondays, Simulation Protocol, Episode 21. Something. What did I say? Fire Castle, that's right. We go into the fiery, dangerous, scare, death, murder castle. Which proves to be all that. Actually, Chris doesn't make it. Chris has to log out, like, halfway through the episode. But it starts out with a bridging scene, which is everybody's favorite sort of thing. It's my turn to scream like a little girl, so that'll be featured. It is... the castle itself is really cool and dangerous. And Chris was trying to show it to me at one point, and I was just looking at like a pillar of rocks and going, oh yeah, that's pretty cool, but I had no idea what he was talking about. So, sorry Chris, I know you're not going to watch this anyways, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not actually that sorry. So, we're making our way towards the fleecy box, wherever the hell it is. I figured it would be in the castle, but it's not. So we have to get out of the castle next episode and continue onwards. There's, again, quite a bit of editing compared to other videos put in this video, just because it was a very long video, actually. We did about a 3-hour recording session, and I chopped it down to like 3 30 or 40-minute videos.
I have a lot. You know what?
Hey, why?
Howdy.
Did you happen to bring any blocks?
No.
Okay, well, we're going along the edge then.
What type of blocks you need?
No, Ellis, I'll do it.
Anything to build.
Ellis.
I can bring you
Ellis.
like stacks of sandstone that you'll mine out for the cows.
We do have a giant tree.
Oh, we do. Well, actually, I'm out of here.
Are you liking it?
Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs?
By out here, I mean I'm in a box, and I'm going to remain in this box for a long time.
Okay.
On Tycoon Tuesdays, we had Trainman Plays Chrysaor's Locomotion, episode 171, entitled Big Stations. Oh, that's right. See, Big Stations is kind of a misnomer because they aren't huge stations, and they're not even really well built. I'm kind of doing things a little prototypically, sort of. No, that isn't really the word I was looking for, but doing things differently, at least. These stations aren't roll in, roll out. They aren't really heavily engineered. They're just kind of put down. Maybe in the future I will go back, because right now I'm doing something that I've never had to do before, and that's a scenario with a time constraint. You have to do this amount of stuff by X date. So instead of going through and over-engineering these systems and thinking about it for a long time, I'm just doing. And that'll lead me to mixed results. I'm pausing when possible to give me a little bit more time to think, but I'm really just rolling forward with the scenario as quickly as I can. Can't fail pays for its mistakes. On Wednesday, we had Homeworld Remastered, Episode 2, Dust and Echoes. Now that's of course a reference to Halo. I can actually talk about Halo later, and a couple of other things. Things quasi-space related. So, Homeworld Remastered, Episode 2, Dust and Echoes, that's all that's left. We return home to find that things were not as we left them. Now, not dishing out any spoilers if you haven't seen the episode or haven't played Homeworld 1 and were really thinking about it, but it is it made me actually upset. Not like crying upset, but like want to punch a baby upset. Maybe not, but it definitely made I was reading about the Homeworld campaign, and I was reading that in retrospect, the things you do were not very well thought out, and were really rash, and were just fueled by the emotion, the anger you had in the campaign for what was going on. And to this point, they're absolutely right. I concur with that exactly. The flip side of it is there's still more piracy going on, and it's really funny to watch the scout ships the salvage corvettes just pick off other corvettes and drag them back. It makes you wonder exactly what mechanism they're using to completely immobilize a ship and why we can't put that on anything else.
Drawing light fire. Drawing heavy fire.
Get him. Yoink! Oh, almost. There's one. There's two. Where's the other one? This salvage corvette's kind of... Okay, he's just confused. Copy.
On Thursday, on Trains Thursday, we had the Zombie Train episode 113, something Spanish. I would have put the name of the route, but I really didn't feel content either spelling it or pronouncing it. Because, yeah, I really just can't. I'm at a loss there. There's a link to it in the description now, though. Not the description, in the comments. So go check that out. It is a route by Securyoshi. You may remember him from the Building podcast, which was episode 18, or maybe 20 of the Terminus podcast a little while ago. He made this route, and he surprised me, actually. It's much better than I would have expected. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. The grades are difficult, but not impossible, and I talk about a lot of this in the episode, so you might as well just go check it out. And I try to set up a little scenario in there where we've got trains to go by, and of course everything goes sideways, because I have an engine that runs out of steam, and the other one can't pull it out, and we end up landing something in a ditch, but go check it out. It's one of the more interesting run sessions we've had to do, because a lot of it was improv.
Anyways, here we are, coming up to the next Y. There's a track off there to our left. There is another train. A little short clip. We're going to pass under this bridge here and keep going. That's a log train. I'm not really sure where it's going or where it came from, but I'm not... Look out for that tree. It's another thing. You need to be careful of your spline placement.
On Feverish Fridays, we had Trainman's Fever episode 28, The General, because we've advanced from Baldwin's 6 wheels to an 8-wheeled locomotive with less powered wheels. Some people might not see that as an advantage, but the General is, of course, a much better locomotive. It's an American Class 440, and it is forwarding our campaign in the United States. Wild Wild West, more like it. More like. It was forwarding our campaign in the Wild Wild West to beat this scenario as we didn't do the other one.
Behold the General. Oops, wrong button. MNVP.
And on Space Saturdays, we had Space Engineers, episode 32, Scout Ship Catastrophe. Now this thing, TVA's had the Scout Ship for a while, and I really, he's been meaning to build a new one, and I was thinking of making some funny modifications to it, like replacing the long thing it has with heavy armor, and then just ramming it into something, like some sort of big pokey thing, a sword, I guess. We could use it like that. I mean, it's not like a slashy sword, it's like a stabby sword. So, unfortunately, we didn't get that far because he ends up slamming it into a private sale that we're trying to hijack. Anyways, what follows is the return flight with the private sale. Things stop jittering. He's taken control of the Red Dawn, and I've taken control of this hugely crippled private sale and are eventually have a hell of a time putting it down on the deck of the Hyperion. Hyperion, by the way, is getting a lot of work done, and we're getting considerably closer to pulling it out and being able to make the jump to hyperspace and appear in that infinite world.
I can keep my inertial dampeners on to keep myself going straight, but the only reason that's useful
How fast are you going?
is
50?
I'm going 50. 50.3.
Alright, I'm going 50.2 to catch up.
That's less. You're not going to catch up like that.
No, I'm sorry, 55 point. No, I'm going 55.8. But
Now, the other things I can talk about, I picked up XCOM on Steam. It was on sale. Now, if you guys don't know, if I've never talked about it, or if you've never heard me talk about it, I really love XCOM. I picked out Enemy Unknown, or I picked up Enemy Unknown when it came out for the 360, and eventually picked up Enemy Within because I thought it was really cool. And I always wanted to record it, but I couldn't because, of course, it was on the 360 and not on the PC, but it came out, or rather, it was on sale on Steam, and I grabbed the whole bundle with everything. And now, at some point, I might, when one series comes to an end, I might go ahead and record XCOM, because XCOM is a load of fun. And the campaigns are long, but you can get really attached to people. And you know what I'll do? I'll name my soldiers after you guys. And then when you die, I can laugh. Actually cry, because I hate to watch my soldiers die in that game. It's really heart-wrenching. Not because I get emotionally attached to them, just because you put so much effort into this guy only to get him taken out by like a muton or something. And that's the end of that, and you've squandered all this effort and you need to retrain somebody. More often than not, losing someone is a very, very difficult setback to overcome, especially in the later game when you've got to train someone up to like a colonel or something to replace this person that had a specific set of skills. Especially the way I turn on a bunch of second wave options. Either I'm going to go do that when I'm out of here. In other news, the Master Chief Collection is fixed, and I was playing multiplayer on there as well, so that's a lot of fun. Going back and playing like Halo 2, Halo 3. Most fun I've had in a first-person shooter in a very long time. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week. Tram Man out.